Hello, everyone. Jason, that was a real good movie that you sent as far as the oil video that I'm commenting on, the Gulf Loop Currents update. Um, I'd like to address something here that nobody, I haven't seen anybody comment on this. And so I'd like to make a comment on it. I have a little bit of insight into this stuff because of the nature of my life. And I don't think I'm just blowing smoke out of my butt or making noise out of my pie hole. They knew all along that they were going to do alternative drills, alternative platforms. They were never going to surrender that oil field. So, and also, and by creating this political disaster, again, it's the manipulations of people's insights to themselves, their very psyches, because I'm still seeing these comments about how terrible the human race is, and that's still feeding into these elitist assholes that want to kill us off. No, I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, I'm a plague on the earth. I'm not. I walk softly. I only use what I need. I don't need more than that. I'm satisfied with my life, even if I am poor. I accept it. I'm able to have a roof over my head, food to eat some of the times, um, and that's all I need. I don't need any more. I don't need uh, to be a part of the herd. I don't need to fit in. I've been outside society for so long now, most of my life, that I wouldn't know how to act to begin to try to fit in with how most people are. I've been an outsider all these years. But you really need to consider that. This fact. I mean, how ludicrous is it? Shooting golf balls and everything. No. I mean, come on. Chunked up tires. You're still you're not making a seal. And I don't care how uh, much velocity these objects are going to have into the pipe or wellhead. Just it's not like an expanding foam. So you're using solid objects, and there's going to be cracks and fissures there too. And all it takes is one, and that displaces one object, and then the rest fall out. I mean, it was even ludicrous to even go here. I mean, a 5-year-old would have known. No, if I put a bunch of stuff in the drain, if I have enough pressure underneath it, it's going to come out. Especially that stuff, because, like I say, it doesn't expand and make a solid seal. It's a bunch of different components making the seal up, so you don't have that flush uh, pressure like you would use in making an arch bridge. You have a keystone, and that displaces uh, the forces and supports the whole bridge. That one cornerstone on an arch bridge. Same principles here. Physics is physics. You can't get away from physics. Science is a lot of it. Yes, it's fact, and yes, we may not know all of the facts concerning the different fields because we're not of a heavenly, higher spiritual nature in a different body than what we have right now. So we can't have the insight because we wouldn't be able to comprehend it. I think there are some things that are intangible to the human mind. But I will go on record here. If they gave me a solid suit that can handle that 2+ miles depth, put me down there and I'll stay down there until it's done. But we still have to look at the structure of the seafloor itself and how brittle and what that seafloor is made of that makes it so brittle. And then people are still talking about explosives. So we've apparently got some people, if they've seen the maps of the ordnance disposal in the region, they forgot it. Because if you hadn't forgot it, you wouldn't be expounding the uses of explosives. Number one, for all the other explosives that are around, concussion waves can cause other explosions to detonate. But also, again, it goes back to the structure of the surrounding seafloor. And only BP has the seismological readings of the tests that were done in order for them to determine the best way to drill the direct path with minimum cost. See, that's what it all gets down to. Money. They knew from the get-go that they weren't going to surrender this, and they would just shine on people by these feeble, stupid attempts that, like I said, a kid would blow out of the water. Even kids know, no, this ain't going to work. Who's stroking who here? So, yeah, yes, our government is a corporation, and apparently it's a subsidiary of an even bigger corporation. So we've got toadies in Washington. I just wanted to share this with you people. This is a this is a hardcore reality that we're looking at. The greedy people ain't gonna get off this tit of wealth. They're gonna stay there until they suck it dry, and it doesn't matter the cost to them because they're limited to $75 million maximum. And now it's over 350 million, I think was the data that I saw day before yesterday. 350 million, and they're only on the hook for 75 million. So what are they losing? When you look at the potential profits that are still down there, the only other place we've got sweet oil that's a major field is in Nigeria. China controls that. So there's your answers. If you look at all the other pieces that they're not uh, willingly giving forth this data, but if you come across it and you find it, it all clicks together in a piece. No, they're not going to surrender it. They're going to wait until August. That's the projection now of when those two wellheads can be put in and functional. So people, that's what we're going to face. I have no ifs, ands, or buts about it. No delusions. Greed is what greed is, and it's not going to change. These people don't care about the horror they've unleashed. It's all about profit. Do you know corporations have one law that comes before any other law, no matter where they're at in the world? It's profit. Profit for shareholders over any and every other law. That includes capital crimes. That includes murder, theft, robbery. No. The first law, the first tenet, profit for shareholders. And hey, we've seen evidence of that now with Mr. Obama saying that, oh, corporations can donate any amount out of their profits to any political candidate. So instead of the illusion that they're not buying politicians, now they're just coming right out with it. Yeah, we buy them. And now we're going to buy them hardcore. We've seen with Wall Street toxic assets being listed as assets, viable assets. It's going to continue with this too. I don't know if any of us on YouTube can make a difference, but if enough people got together who are scientifically knowledgeable, geographically, geophysics, alternate energy, yeah, I think there's a possibility that enough people get together, they can actually come up with a viable plan, and it wouldn't take until August to implement it. You know, I'm at the point where I say, yeah, I would willingly go down almost 2.5 miles to the ocean floor in the hardened suit and stay there, even if that meant the death of me. But